Hey, this is Chris from the Great Brick Lab. I am pulling out of my garage right now. It is 2:52 a.m. It is Monday morning, September 27th, September 27th, very early in the morning. And my alarm is just going off on my watch. I set my watch alarm for 2:45 a.m. And my goal was to beat everybody else into the office. And that did not happen. Steve has beat me into the office. I didn't look on how many orders we have to pick on the way there because Steve's thrown me off a little bit by beating me there. I can't believe how that guy just has beat me into the office. Normally he shows up about 4 o'clock, and it's really throwing me off. I did go to bed a little early last night, knowing that I needed to come in. Last night when I went to sleep, there were 60 orders, actually 60 plus orders. It started on, I want to say, probably Friday afternoon, and we do a first in, first out. So any of those orders that came in first are the ones that we want to get focused on when we begin Monday morning and get those out the door first. And I made a pick sheet last night, so that kind of threw Steve off last night. I made a pick sheet from home, and the way we organize our pick sheets is, well, it's really special. It's a great Brick Lab way of organizing labels. So this is a vlog. This is a vlog that I'm doing while I'm driving into the office, and I don't know how this is going to work out. I need to make sure I'm paying attention to the road and staying focused. However, at 2:46 is actually what the time is. My clock in my car is a little fast. There are no cars in the road. There's one other car on the road, and I can see it, and it's about 2 lights behind me. There is nobody else out here, and there hardly ever is at this time in the morning when I normally come in the office at 4 o'clock, 4:30. Having 2 jobs and coming into the office is real special, and it does wear you out. Yeah, it's I will say it's not terribly difficult to manage, but it can be stressful. There are days that I can have an expectation for myself to be doing both of these things and getting in there. And then by the end of the day, I'll do the office, I'll do the warehouse in the morning, and I'll do my career job in the day, and then in the afternoon, sometimes I end up back in the warehouse, and I am stretched. I am stretched way too thin. I'm fatigued, I'm tired, and it doesn't save enough for the family. There are some days that are like that. Then there's other days where I do that same activity and I'm fine, and I have all the energy I need to be with the family, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot. I think that what you eat, how you take care of your fitness, has a lot to do with the stamina that you can maintain, or maybe there's some mental stresses, some budget tolerances that have exceeded, like buying more Lego than I had planned to for that month. The supplier that we have that ships us Lego, I never know when they're going to have Lego. They're calling us, they're saying we have more Lego, it's coming, here's the price, here's the invoice you want to pay. And it's hard for me to say no to the Lego that they're going to send us, because it's what we do. We are a Lego processing center. And if they're going to say they're going to send me more Lego, then I really need to find a way to say yes, because this isn't just something I'm doing this year or this week for now. This is something I'm prepping to build into a large enterprise for a long-term future for me, my family, a legacy that could go on for a number of generations until the Lord calls me back, or calls all of us back home. I'm going to do this faithfully. Okay, so I'm about halfway into the office. transitioning over to another highway, and there, like I said, there is no cars on the road. Merging is a breeze. There's nothing out here, no cars. On the other side of the highway, there's like 3 cars, and they're all trucks. There is nobody else out here before 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know when this vlog is going to come out, and if I continue to make this vlog at the warehouse, then you're going to see some fun things that I've been developing. You're going to hear about plenty of things. There are so many things that are good about what's happening at our warehouse, and I still get nerve-wracked about spending so much money on Lego. I've spent so much money on Lego. So much of my personal assets that I've saved over the last 22 years of my career job, I am pushing those assets into the Lego store. Now, grant you, I expect a good return. I know that after 5 years of doing this, every dollar I've put into value, Legos, used Legos mostly, has a very high level of return. That $1 it usually turns into $2, if not more, $3, $4, sometimes more than that. It's all about time, though. You gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the effort. It doesn't turn around quickly, but it does have a good turnaround time, and that sometimes can be very, very upsetting. I can lose sleep over it. I can lose appetite over it. There is an emotional effect on that, and I make a very conscious effort of not letting that spill over into my family and being short-tempered or just uncomfortable around them because of my worrying about whether or not putting more of our own money into this business is going to have the returns that I hope for in the time frame that I expect, and finding a way to pay for it today and going in debt to myself. So, all right, now, one thing I've started doing, and when I say started doing, it's only my 2nd time doing it. And is I've got these. And I have no idea how this is gonna play out long term. We're gonna see. I had fun with them on Saturday after the auction that I got these at. So I bought these at an auction, at a police auction locally. Of course, locally. I do everything local. I'm a local guy. And after I bought these, somebody come up to me. I bought the whole table of stuff, and this guy comes up to me. He says, "Hey, can I buy those skates?" And I was like, that was the only thing I wanted on that whole table. It had laptops. It had all types of stuff on there, and I bought the whole table, and nobody expected me to buy the whole table, but I did, and they were all a little surprised. So one guy said, "Can I buy the skates?" And I was like, actually, that's the only thing I really wanted. I didn't really want all the laptops. I would have been okay with the laptops, but I didn't expect to get them all, and I got them all. I got a MacBook, I got 4 laptops, I got a box of cables. Oh man, I went overboard, but I only spent $131.
That's not too bad.
I was blown away by how much it was.
I told Kyle, I was like, yeah, auction Saturday. That was all we were talking. He's like, get some Nintendos.
Okay, so you guys are coming along with me on my journey. So I'm gonna get started with the pick.
You're gonna do some roller picking.
Roller picking, that's what Steve is calling this. He's calling it roller picking. Actually, I'm gonna hook up a handheld
I honestly don't think you can bring it up on
No,
this.
you can get to, so you go to bookmarks.
Oh.
And right there it is.
That's nice.
Okay, so we manually build the bookmarks. And what we do is, so I build a manual book, I build a manual pick sheet on Brick Freedom. And when you build it manually, it puts all the labels together, or rather the orders together, and it can remember that, and we save that URL that was manually created to the bookmarks, and we just come in here and click on bookmarks, and there's all the saved bookmarks that we have over the last few days because we just started doing this. And then, so we build that on the computers over there at the picking table. And then we come over here and we can open up the same pick sheet because we used to do it a different way and we'd lose the pick sheet and we had to rebuild the whole thing manually and it was just a mess. So now we save every time we build a pick sheet, we build it and save it. So my picking cart is on wheels and I'm on wheels. What's that?
I can do the labels for the other pick sheet I made.
Well, those orders might be, you have to build a new pick sheet, Steve. I'm gonna have to come over here. So if that pick sheet that you made most likely has orders that are on my pick sheet.
Because
Look at where's your pick sheet that you made?
right here.
All right. How do you know the name? Oh, how did you build your pick sheet?
I went and it said paid instead of packed or processed.
Okay, and I did that first post, so yours shouldn't be the same as mine. So let's look at some of the names: Jordan, David, Alex, Cody, Jacob. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Those names look very different from my names. You could. Oh wow, yours has 503 lots. Wow, that is vicious, Steve. Holy moly! Do you want to pick that one at the same? I'm picking mine. Is that what you're thinking? We do that'd be over like 1,000 lots we pick in just today.
I could pick as many as I can.
Did you save this pick sheet?
No.
Okay. Can you go over to? Well, here's the best way to do it that I have found. So if I come up here, and if I go, click on bookmarks here and go to bookmark manager. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the bookmark manager. I'm gonna put that over here. And then we go to Brick Freedom Pick Sheets, and you just take it. And you take it from here, grab the little lock, and just drag it right there. Okay, and then we give this one a name. We edit this, and then we're gonna call this 9/27/21 pick 2. Okay, so now that one is saved. So we got pick 1 and pick 2. Now you can do yours into post, and then you can build the labels, right? Is that what you want to do right now? Is build labels?
Yeah, I was gonna build the labels.
I would say go ahead and build the labels. I'm a little nervous about doing this, but I think as we do the verification step, the customers are going to get the right product. So it's more of us figuring out our process and not necessarily the customers not getting what they need, because our verification step is going to guarantee what they're getting, what they're supposed to get. Okay, so I'm going to go back. You should be fine, Steve, and then we can start that pick whenever we want, whether that's today or this afternoon or tomorrow morning. I don't think this cart's going to be free until a few hours from now, at least 3-4 hours. So I am going to get started on this. All right, so first lot 001. Yeah, this is a new way of doing it, but we're trying new techniques. We've got to try these new techniques. Two, and it goes into I. Oh wait, I thought I. Oh, I do need to pick her order. We have a customer who lives locally, and her order is letter I, and she's the first lot that I'm picking today. So here's how it works. This is first order, so there's all the orders right there, and it's got their first and last name here, but no personal other information than that. They I just click through here and grab all their orders. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. It's not terribly exciting. I'm going to go ahead and just stop this while I pick this order. So we sometimes get questions about how we do this with the multiple lots in a single drawer. This is drawer number 172. I need to pick out two dark bluish gray attached, modified 1x1 with light attachment thick ring. That's the official name of the part, I guess. Part number 4081B. So what we do is we take this and you pour it out like that, and there's a ton of parts in here. That's not going to be it. Then we scan through here. Here's 1 and here's 2. That's how quickly you can find the parts. Pour that back in there. Grab that one that's thrown away. So I don't know how many lots are in this drawer, but there's a lot. And then you just put the drawer back in here. And then I got my pour tray empty. I got my 2 parts and they go into B. And you put it into B. And then B is organized so that we can linearly organize things in there. So I've already realized I didn't start my watch tracking me. My heart rate is 106 and I'm only on my 5th lot. And I'm taking off my sweatshirt because I'm already warming up here.
Did you know Tim lives in a bee cave?
Bee cave text. Thanks. So Steve comes over to tell me that this guy lives in the city bee cave. What's a bee cave? Is that a cave with bees?
Obviously.
Yeah, it must be. Thanks for sharing, Steve. Thanks for making it fun. Okay, I have just finished picking all of the new parts down that new row. Here's what it looks like. I mean, so there's the first order B. Order A had those new parts right there. Then I had some in D. Looks like F, H, K, J, and I all had new parts. And I'm gonna go all the way to letter R today. So I'm gonna go all the way to this little cabinet right here. And now what I do is I take these parts, put them in a bag like that, and put a new parts label on them. And I'm doing that right now. Okay, here's what it looks like when it's done. It has new parts on it. And it goes back in there, and then that becomes part of the verification step once we get done picking everything. And I've picked 37 of 428 lots. So it's gonna be a long day. This is the outside of our store here. Part of the building here. Today was really fun picking parts on roller skates. I burned over 1,200 calories. My heart rate was about 110, 115 the entire time of picking. And I can definitely feel the wear in my legs and in my core, so that was really good. So this is the view that I get when I go back to home early in the morning, and it's actually quite nice. Kind of reminds me of the peace that comes. The world is much bigger than our little Lego store. It's much more than me and any of us. God has made a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful creation, and there's so much beauty to be found in it. And when I'm driving home, the 8-minute or so drive it takes me to get home, it is just nice to see the sun coming up over the horizon. And it's different every day. It's a little different. The colors are different sometimes. It's a really beautiful thing to see. Right now, the time is 7:15, and I worked from, I probably got there about 3 o'clock, right around 3 o'clock. Wore those roller skates the entire time. Really, really good workout. Kept my heart rate up the entire time. I completely closed my circle. I could probably close my circle twice every day with those roller skates. I didn't realize how much roller skate fitness could be.